Today we're going to talk about email marketing metrics. So one of the first metrics that most people look at is the open rate, and that's going to tell you how many people opened your email. Industry average is about 18 to 21%, so that'll give you kind of a good benchmark to see where your rates fall. When it comes to the open rate, it is important to watch for big shifts. So if you find that you get a 45% open rate and all of a sudden it goes down to maybe 28%, if it's 1 month or 2 month, that might happen due to the holiday or what's happening in the news, etc. But if you start to see a big decline where then it stays at that 28%, it might mean it's time to kind of reevaluate the content that you're putting out in your email. If people no longer see it as relevant or interesting, or if it's very sales heavy, they'll tend to stop reading or stop opening your emails. So that's the first one, is your open number. The second number that we track is your click-through report. And the click-through is going to be the number of people that click on a link within your email. Couple things to note here. Your click-through rate is something that oftentimes we see a lot of businesses are in that 3 to 7% click-through rate. It's a number that you want to, if you were going to look at any of your numbers, it's the one that you really want to focus on growing. And you can do that in a couple of different ways. I always suggest that if you're sending out a newsletter or sending out an email, that you include, maybe you put a blog article in there, you include a couple sentences and then have a link to click for more. That's going to help show you how interested or how engaged your audience is. So utilizing click-through and links in your email are very important, because you can see how many people are actually opening and engaged in the content that you're creating. It'll also tell you, if you kind of go back and look at maybe 3 to 6 months of email reports, which content is getting the most hits. And that can help direct your content strategy moving forward. So if you're getting a lot of hits on one particular topic, why not write about more things that are in regards to that topic? So that's your click-through number. The other couple numbers are also important. Your unsubscribes. Oftentimes, I'm included in that. We take that number, it's like a stab in the heart, like, oh, they unsubscribe. Why did they unsubscribe? And we get a little hung up on that. And I actually hear that from our clients all the time. But it's okay. It's better to get those people, if they're not interested in what you have to say or your products and services, let's get them off your list. Who cares if they unsubscribe? So that's something that, if you had a huge number of unsubscribes, it might be something to then once again go back to what did I put in that email? How often am I sending? And kind of look and see if there's something that's shifted if you see a huge number of unsubscribes. Otherwise, it's one of those numbers that I say, it's okay, just move on. And the last is your bounce report, or your bounce numbers. This is something that oftentimes people miss. You want to make sure to remove those undeliverable and those bounced email addresses, because what happens over time is the internet providers, like if you're sending something through Gmail and there's a bunch of people that are bad email addresses, Gmail will look at that and say, wow, this information that they're sending out, they don't even realize they're not even taking these people off their account. I wonder if it's credible information, and they'll start to rank you lower. So your unsubscribes can have, or not unsubscribes, sorry, your undeliverables can have an impact on your deliverability rate over time. So I always suggest exporting that undeliverable report, taking a quick scan through it and see if there's maybe a missed email address, you missed a letter, correct those and put them back in. But those that are just undeliverable, delete them from your list. So hopefully this was helpful for giving you a better understanding of what to look for when you're looking at your email marketing metrics.